For this tutorial, you're going to need the same yarn as what you use for your ripple blanket. You'll need the same hook, some scissors and a darning needle. So for the project, you're going to have to be aware of which is the top of your work and which is the bottom, because the top of your work is going to start off with you working from a peak, and then when you turn the work upside down, you're going to start off the work by working on a dip. So I'll show you the top part first, and then I'll show you how to do the bottom. So you want to select the colour which is next in your particular colour choice. So I'm going to choose this colour here and connect it in the very corner. So I've now attached my yarn, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my hook into that same space where I've just attached the yarn and pull it through and just chain one. So that's just starting off this row, and obviously the stitches are getting lower, so as we're working across we're going to make our actual stitches bigger. So we're going to start off in the first chain. This is going to act as a slip stitch, which we've just done, and then in the next one we want to do a double crochet, which in the US is known as single. So insert the hook, yarn over, pull through, you'll have 2 loops on the hook, and yarn over, pull through both loops on the hook. We're then going to do a half treble, which in the US is known as a half double crochet. So you're going to yarn over, insert your hook into the next space, yarn over and pull through, and you'll have 3 loops on the hook, and then grab the yarn and pull through all 3 loops on the hook. We're going to do that again, so yarn over, insert into the next space, yarn over, pull through, you'll have 3 loops on the hook, and yarn over, pull through all 3 loops on the hook. Now you can see that we're actually nearing the center of the dip, which is these where we treble crocheted 2 stitches together here and here. So we're just going to do one more half treble crochet in this next space, so the same as what we've been doing before, but just maybe make this one a little bit looser, don't pull it quite as tight. So now we've got to these 2 center stitches, we're going to do a treble crochet. So in the US this is known as a double crochet. So it's yarn over, insert into that next space, yarn over, pull through, 3 loops on the hook, yarn over, pull through 2, you'll have 2 loops on the hook, and yarn over, pull through 2. So that is your first treble, and then we're going to do another treble into the next space. And now we're going to work our way back like we did with these stitches. So we're going to do a half treble, so yarn over, insert, yarn over, pull through, and then yarn over, pull through all 3, and again a half treble, and once more a half treble. Then we're going to do a double crochet, which is known as single in the US, so straight into the next stitch, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, and then we're going to do a slip stitch. So that's just insert the hook and then pull straight through, and that creates your dip. So we're just going to repeat that again from the slip stitch. So another slip stitch into the next space. You're then going to do a double crochet, a half treble, and that's going to be into the next 3. So we've just done 1, 2, and 3. And that brings us to the 2 center stitches, which is where we did the 2 trebles together. And you're going to do a treble crochet and another treble crochet, and then work your way backwards. So half treble, half treble, another half treble, a double, so straight in, and then don't forget about this very last stitch. You want to go into the top of there and do a slip stitch, and then once you've finished you want to yarn over, pull through, grab your scissors, snip off your yarn, and that completes your rounds. So that squares off the top of your ripple. So that would be the top. I'm going to go ahead and turn my work upside down and show you how you would do the base of your work. So I'm going to attach the right colour just here, and I'll meet you back in a moment. So once you've connected your colour, you again want to insert the hook, grab the yarn and pull it through, and we're going to start off by chaining 2. Now as you're working along this row, you're going to be working into the original foundation chain that you did, so it does become a little bit trickier. Just make sure that you're working into the right space. So if you look at the base of the stitch, you'll see a gap just there. Try not to pull too much on the gaps as you're working, otherwise it might distort the pattern slightly. So we're going to chain 2, and then you're going to start off by doing your half treble. The reason why I've only chained 2 rather than chaining 3 as you would usually to act as a treble is I just find it looks a little bit too big when you're working on the base of this particular row. So just chain 2 to begin with, and then we're going to do a half treble and another half treble. Again, making sure that you're working into the right space. And another half treble. And then a double, so straight into the next space. Yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2. And then you're going to do a slip stitch and another slip stitch, and this is where you start again. So this is the first stitch of our next pattern, so we're going to do a double crochet and then 3 half trebles. 1, 2, and 3, and then you get to your stitches where you've got 2 together. So you're going to do 2 treble or 1 treble into the next 2 spaces. So that's 1 and 2, and then you're going to work your way back up. So half treble, half treble, and half treble, a double, and then a slip stitch, slip stitch, and then a double, and then 3 half trebles, 1, 2, and 3, and then you want to do a treble at the very end. Now obviously when you look here, it might be different for each piece that you do, but you might want to add another treble in the end just to make sure that it's not pulling in at the sides, but that creates your straight edge for your ripple on the base and then also on the top. And like I say, you can now just add whichever border you like. I would usually add a double crochet all the way round and down the edges, just as a base for whatever border you want to do. And as you're working down the sides, I would do two doubles in each of the posts as you're working down the side, just to make it nice and even. So that is how you straighten off your ripple blanket. I really hope you found it helpful. If you did, make sure you give me a thumbs up, leave me a comment below. Make sure you subscribe to keep up to date with any of my latest videos. Thank you so much for watching, and I shall see you again next time. Bye!